Listen. Yeah. Yes, Lord. Oh. Get that out of there. Listen, Linda. I am so sorry for the late arrival here for this special edition of the panel. A 5-minute push back. My hair is not good. This is why we are late. Well, also because one of my children is a chaos card in my house, and it's been one hell of a weekend. On top of this, weather has been a roller coaster ride. I haven't been able to record anything. I've had to call Xfinity. I have to get a new box, apparently. I'm not like, it's been lightning, it's been thundering, it's been flooding. I said, we're back to biblical times here. And speaking of biblical times, I noticed that there was a comment about Maddie. I know you talk about Drag Race, but what about the straight folks nonsense? I said, you right. At one point in time, I cosplayed as one, believe it or not. And I have been in the megaverse of what is going on in the rap universe, and it has been madness. But it also relates to Drag Race because there have been diss tracks dropped by, a whole lot of the queens, including the straight one, the egghead. Yes, that one too. It's getting interesting out here. Everybody's got something to say. They say maybe Mercury retrograde. I say it's an election year. Either way, we're going to have fun today with the hot topics, talk about some of these songs, as well as get into some other chats. You also will be controlling this conversation in the live chat here. So if you have anything you want to talk about today for a good little 95-minute session, I feel like we can get something done. Also, as a reminder, we have Drag Race France starting next Sunday. That's going to be on the roster for my channel as far as reviewing. And then, of course, with All Stars 9, I'll be covering that on our weekends on Saturdays, as well as Sundays here on the panel. So we have a lot coming up the next couple of weeks. So let's go ahead and get my social medias out the way. It's going to be a little intimate today. It is duly _ noted, and a special guest. Y'all know I love her, Gabby Wood and I. By all means, if I have anybody roll up in my chat that I know can give what needs to be given, I'll put them on. But we're going to get a good show today. It's at Maddie Rance everywhere except for X, which is at the Maddie Rance. You can find that all in my About section on YouTube. Make sure you bookmark it if you're having trouble finding these lives or you're not getting notifications. We gonna get there. Check me out on Instagram, X, and everywhere else. You can find that in the About section. Also, reactions on Patreon. I promise you, because I know they're like, babe, math, it's been like 3 days. What's going on? This weather. The fact that anytime the wind blows, there's a power drop and it comes back on. You got to give me there. You got to get me there. It's going to happen. Trust me, we have sunny days ahead of us. Thank you, God, for the next rest of the week. I have a lot to catch up on, and trust me, I want to film, but it's just been weird over here. I'm not enjoying it. Trust me, I've been on several games where I'm trying to play something and it dropped. My PlayStation 5 at one point scared me. I was like, oh, we're not playing you until we have better weather. It's been weird in Texas. So we go get those reactions up as low as $1 a month. Trust and believe. I have a lot on the roster to get to. I even had to reset my TV. There was some issue with the Wi-Fi after lightning struck the other day, and I thought it was fried like my other TV that one time, but it's good. I was like, bitch, I'm not in the mood. It's crazy. I don't know. This weather's been crazy lately, and I was not prepared for it, but we'll get there. Also, bookable on Cameo in Merchville at dragqueenmerch.com. And I have a P.O. box. So if you want to send me something real special from the heart. No, that wasn't the key. Well, it wasn't A minor. We gonna get there. I said, oh, that was a supreme dragging. But if you do want to send me a little something special, it's P.O. Box 692108, Houston, Texas 77269. That's actually available also, again, like I said, in the About section with my other links. cameos, drag queen merch, Patreon, the full bit. I actually shout out to Dooley. I forget who else reminded me that you can just look up like if packages have come in, and one has, Dooley. So I was like, oh, I gotta go up there tomorrow and go pick up something. And I'm gonna accumulate a specific number. And then once we get there, we'll do our unboxings because I know a lot of y'all wanted to do that. And it would be nice to see a lot of the stuff that y'all have been trying to get me to set up this PO box for the last 3 years since I was in Vegas. We've been trying to get this. This hair is doing the most. I'm giving Karen Huger today. Please just say I'm emulating. This is my hair, but the wig is off. It's off. All right. Let's go ahead. Oh, I'm not done talking about me, Libra. If you want to drop a tippy poo in my jar, it's paypal.me/MetaRants, cash up /MetaRants. All these tips go to certain important things like paying for that PO box, paying for my 2 badass kids, because they are, and keeping the dream alive while the algorithm resets and tries to get us back up in there. It's paypal.me/MetaRants, cash up /MetaRants, and Venmo/Rants. Not necessarily for your participation, but certainly appreciated. And thank y'all so much for coming in and tuning in and being with me today. And thank y'all for tuning into the lives this past week. Make sure you tune into those. We did have a really good time. And it was basically like Maddie and Friends. It was a good run. A different set of a season there, but you should check it out as well as what's to come this week. I already got my little first tippy poo here, and I thank you, Anthony. I watch you more than my Hulu account, so yeah. I mean, speaking of Hulu account, Anthony, you set me up to introduce the next person because it's about to be a premiere date for you. I don't know if there's going to be a green carpet, a Hulu carpet, or whatever you're going to be in your home. But I understand that this man is about to be in your Hulu accounts. For those of you who are paying for it, I am, because I have a bundle. I was smart. I have a bundle, including ESPN. Mm-hmm. But listen, if you want to get a real dark opinion of radical proportions, wide shoulders, PhD, college student, graduate, boom, 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 slur, it's Dooley __noted.
You know, let the girls tell it. I'm a ghetto bitch from Detroit. I don't know nothing.
I mean, you know,
I don't have no experiences. I am grifting and just making the things I'm going.
Hey, yo, Metro, I'm booming. I can't. Listen, I can't. Listen, we are so happy to have you here. You.
Me.
That's it. That's all I got for you, Dooley. You.
Shout out.
You are what's important.
Me.
And sometimes why. Oh, I did it. All right. See, that was fun.
We love our vowels.
Man, when sorry, this week has kicked my ass.
Week. Get ready.
Yeah.
It's Thursday.
Yeah. It's coming out Thursday?
The 9th.
The 9th? Okay, I thought it was the 7th. Okay, so then Thursday the 9th.
Are my dates wrong?
I don't know. This is your project.
My dates wrong?
You should know this. This is your project, baby. Yes, you are the visuals. I'm still mad at her about it, but it's okay, lady. I'm hanging in there. The album's still getting played. But I've also started to play a little bit of K-pop recently. I don't know what's going on with me.
We are the visuals temporarily. I'm sure we will eventually get the visuals. Eventually. Maybe at the end of the of the procession.
I would love your SoCal medias, please.
You can find everything that you want to know at linktree.com/Julie__.
That is amazing. Thank you, Julie, so much for being here today. Like I said, this panel is a little light-skinned potatoes, as we do have a tight group here today, and it's going to be because these two, I feel, are very radical in their approaches to life, like a certain turtle from a show on Nickelodeon. See how I wrap that up? YouTube. Yep. Hey, Ethan. Every time I see that Arthur picture, the music starts to play. And I'd say, hey, what a wonderful time to play. We'll have to get together. That's right.
Yeah,
That's the
it's May
song,
9th.
right?
I just went to go double check. It is May
Okay.
9th.
Okay.
I thought I was
Is that
crazy.
the
I was like,
song?
am I tripping?
I'm like, but both of us. Is that the song? Because I'm like, children's, everything's starting to blend. I'm getting old. Ooh, the hair. Okay, let's go ahead and bring in the next one. There were things, you know what? Let's just make it a bang in the front. There we go. There we go. Come on, Nessa. We didn't have to make it on one side. We're just gonna bang it in the front. Okay. All right. My name's Tony. All right, listen, there is a woman in the audience today who is now a part of the conversation. Yay! Put your tits up in the air. It's Gabby with the eye.
Hey, baby L Drizzy. Hey.
Oh my God! How did I do? Listen, how did I get my hair to your level? I just knew this is what it was supposed to be. It's supposed to be a bang in the front. It's supposed to be a bang in the front. Tendrils.
How you doing? How you doing? You know, light skin's down, but we're
Hey,
in now.
hey, we're missing the tree. We are down. I mean, but listen, deservingly so. And we're going to use before we go anywhere further, before we get into these topics today, there is a certain term I want us to use, and it's going to be PDF file. Okay. All right. That is how we're going to get that out today. Because, only at Mattress Giant.
I'm going to just stick with Adobe. It's going to be the Adobe.
Well, JavaScript will work too, you know, but that's how we're going to refer to specific terminology of things that have been dropped in reference for this today. I'm also going to talk about JT and Suki Hana. Apparently somebody misread the read and then got dragged repeatedly online. And I'm like, girl, it's been happening lately for you, even on a certain bastard of a program network with its own issues and its own stuff that they talk about. Anywho, also Bob and Monet, Malaysia, Baby Doll Fox with the call out. I said, oh my goodness, this is a lot going on today. And this all started off with other queens reading each, well, I don't know about reading, but doing a decent job at getting back at each other. That's what I'm going to say, compared to what we're listening to in these streets. So we want to appreciate y'all. Not appreciate y'all. We want to thank y'all so much for coming in. We do appreciate you. As a reminder, because things are going to be said today, and I will not be held responsible for your sorry, silly ass feelings. Disclaimer, this program is for entertainment purposes only, and content is not intended to malign any religion, race, gender, company, individual, or wigs. All opinions sourced from various program participants are so the personal views and do not reflect the opinions of every being on the planet. No hate should be sent to any of the shows or individuals mentioned on this program, so please don't be just weird. Grab your libations and strap in because, yeah, you know what's up, and you may be here for a while. Yeah, 9 to 5. You know, please don't post any. Well, this ain't that live today. And if you feel uncomfortable after viewing this program, consume some Mativia and have yourself a good poop. Gas. I mean, shoot, we've been on beef for quite some time. You know, Dooley has the beef apparently. Scare. But you know, when we get there, we will get there. I'm like, I don't know. I just wanted to make Dooley jump a little bit. I need you to jump on it. Oh. Okay, listen. Let's start this off. Let's get ourselves in the kumbaya and the spirits of it all. Gabby, how was your week, baby girl?
Hectic. We are officially got my keys. We got our keys for where we're moving. Yeah, we're moving. It's gonna be on the 3rd floor.
Oh,
really bad for the girls on the second.
Because I mean, you be slamming and damming in y'all's household, so I can only imagine the foundation's gonna be tested. Yeah,
so that's fun. I wanted to get into like every house we were looking at was like they're all out here are all in like Helena, they're all in Pelham, and it just wasn't gonna work. So I was like, whatever, let's just get a place, stack up, and get a place we really like next year. So.
Okay.
But yeah.
Well, congratulations, because trust me, I know. And I'm happy for you here. And Dooley, like I asked before here, you haven't been touched. You seem to be doing just fine. Unlike
my
me.
2024 has been fantastic, amazing, illuminating, uplifting, inspirational, and just downright fabulous. As you girls know, I'm writing a book. I am 160 pages in. I am currently closing Act 2 and trying to land this plane. Speaking of planes.
Well,
unlike her, mine will succeed because it's interesting, unique, and has charisma.
Not bitter, Julie. All right.
But they do share in common that a lot of people do get read along the way.
You know.
But more on that a little later. Maybe we can set up a little fun reading time with the rant pack.
That sounds like a wonderful idea.
Come on, book club. ...
We can talk about that later, but you know.
Look at you yelling at people. That's fine, Julie. I appreciate you. My week, no. Julie will tell you. It. No.
Like, you all right?
No.
You good?
As a matter of fact, it would be best if this was the picture that was up in reference to like
accurate
how my week went. Okay.
Accurate.
So let's get into it real quick, kids. I ended up getting into a car accident like right after going to the grocery store and just in the middle of running errands, mind you, right by a Five Below. That makes sense that I would get in an accident by Five Below because, you know, that. So, anywho, I'm backing out. This person doesn't see me. That's what I was saying. And they ended up running into me. And instead of like stopping once they hit me, because that's how I'm saying it, they kept on driving. So they dragged their car against mine. Like, I was like, bitch, hold on. On impact, you could have just stopped the car. You said, I'm so angry, I want to keep on driving. Bitch, you could have let me just pull. Anywho, as I was exchanging information, two homeless men came up to me. I'm so happy this picture is up. Like,
one of them was Kendrick Hall. I was trying to get it started. Somebody had to break the ice.
What's going on? What did he say?
Not Tadra. Why I gotta be Tadra?
What
did Tadra do to you?
I mean, when you commit insurance fraud, there's usually
consequences. It's good time to refill my cup, actually.
I don't know what Julie's talking about. I don't
You ain't hear from me, but allegedly.
Allegedly. So listen. Lord. One of the homeless men was like, I'll be a witness. I actually work at this place over here. I was like, I said, okay, baby, we're not doing this. Like I'm not a fool. Like, you got to give me a break. I know I'm bright, but baby, you have the wrong person. So then I'm talking to the dude and I see the other one going towards my car. And I'm like, damn, I left my car door open. And I'm thinking, no, he's not going to go over there. I let him creep a couple more inches. That baby was dead ass about to go in my vehicle. And I had to like get in front of him to where I was touching him physically.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was like that serious. And then like.
Can I ask a question?
What?
Did you have a wet wipe one hand?
Oh yeah, I keep it in the car. Well, I keep hand sanitizer in the car. Yeah.
So you could say that you keep a wet wipe in case a bum tries to touch you.
I hate you. Get off.
You.
All right, so back to what I was trying to do before Dooley ruined the equation. No, I'm just kidding. But no, apparently when I was pulling out my ID to give to the guy, I had dropped $40 on the ground. Because I had pulled $60 from the grocery store and I was about to do a whole like transfer thing without it being money because I get annoyed when I do my transfers for my other accounts and it's like, girl, I have to pay these fees. Like, this is tired. Like, free. That's me. So $40 fell. I'm still giving the information. He sees that and then picks it up. I clock in and I'm like, wait, that was my money. And it was like a tug of war. Then the man gonna go into his pocket like, I said, okay, you can have that $40 because what we're not going to do today outside Five Below, my bright ass. No, baby. Nah, that's not. Nah.
Can you also tell the audience what time it was?
Oh, this is like 10:30 in the morning.
Look, these quick time events.
This is
I can't.
10:30 this is the start of my day. this is the start of
like
my
you stretch,
day.
brush your teeth, have a little coffee, get out the house, and then just power down.
So accident, then got money stolen, low key. Because when I said you can go ahead and have it, the man said thank you. I'll never get over that. Like, oh, so you knew, it was my
for
so
what? I mean, let's like continue on that.
I just said,
for what?
Oh, okay. So this is me. I go home thinking I have enough time to call my insurance company and do it. The person had literally been filed. And then they're going to tell me on the phone. This is why I got upset. And I was so over it the day because I was like, I know that's not my fault because I was looking back and I did all of it I was supposed to do. And they're like, well, unfortunately, in most cases through insurance, backing out is where you're supposed to be the most diligent. So you're probably going to be put at fault. I'm like, this is the adjuster telling me day one after asking me questions, well, you're more than likely going to be found at fault. So like, don't get your hopes up. Bitch, I was over here like, oh, I wanted to say so many nasty things. I said, God, I feel Deborah. I got to go. So I was like, okay, I got to go. Like, I'll hug up the phone. So then I'm like getting ready for this live. Bae comes over, like, Matt, you okay? I'm like, no. Like, I'm literally having a moment and I'm trying to also get my like slideshow together. This was maybe by the time all that was done, 45 minutes before I had to go live. So I had all that happen in 45 minutes before I go live. I tried to go live, doesn't work. And y'all who are on my live, that live is up today. You can go see it. I wanted to keep up my mental breakdown because I was losing my shit. Y'all don't understand. I was over there like, hey, this thing is not working. I'm just singing to myself. I'm like, okay, this is it. That's it. The gods have spoken. Game over, man. Game over. It's a wrap. So I said, this day has literally been like ass hair. And it's just awful. And after that, the whole week it's
really kind of enjoy.
Good for you.
That's not the point.
I love that floss for you, friend.
Baby, Drizzy.
Dooley needs a little DNA in the gum. So listen, but no, just a little bit salty, assure you. No, but like the rest of the week it just rained and it flooded, and I was just like, what is going on? Power's going out. I can't film none of my reactions. So yeah, and it was right at rent time. So I said, this is crazy.
Remember, today's the 5th, girl. This happens.
This all happened around rent. All of this, and then your premium's gonna go up, and all that. Like literally conversations of that. I like also was supposed to have my medication like delivered over here, which is a very far drive for me because it's raining. I have to like now go out my white bitch. It's a good drive. And I'm over here like, you know what else? I'm just going to pray on it. And I did that. And I tried to have a good week. I believe I succeeded. So if you didn't see me post videos, that's why I was literally trying to pull all this back together. Because Maddie was like, I was ready to just grab things and start shaking them. Luckily, my cats, that didn't happen. I had to give Mamu a bath. I forgot. Oh, yes. The day after all that happened, Mamu in the middle of the night, him and Mina terrorized me at 3 a.m. I can hear them. I'm like, what the fuck is going on out here? It sounds like some Star Wars shit. May the 4th be with you. That was yesterday.
Like my new text tone.
Happy Cinco de Mayo, everybody, by the way. But apparently, and I had that giant, you see this big old giant like fountain I have? Mina tried to miss the jump, hit it, flipped it, all the water because Mama was right behind her. So 3:30. I'm like, what the hell is this noise? What is this noise? My poor big old baby crawls in the bed. I was like, okay. My bad. Yeah, Mina's like, it was the funniest shit because Mina was just looking like I didn't do a motherfucking thing. Yes, you did, lady. And I gave him his first bath ever. It was horrible. Shout out to my neighbors. I know y'all were pissed. I tried to turn everything up as loud as I could. That motherfucker the whole time. And so he's been very clingy to me since then. But yes, and Mina's been looking at me like, what? I'm like, yeah, you still in trouble, little lady, because Yeah, they make the weirdest noise when it's distressed. I've never heard that sound before from my cats. But it was like like I was like, what is that? It scared the shit out of me, bitch. I was just watching a scary movie too. I was like, what is going on? See a wet thing. I was like, oh, poor thing. Poor thing. Yes, it was very Dad. This is why I didn't really want her. You did, not me. It was very that energy. But anywho, that's it for story time. I just wanted to talk some good shit today. That was my week. And so tonight, I don't know what's gonna happen, y'all. I would like give me another break because it's supposed to rain again later on this evening, and they're already talking about another flood watch going into Monday morning. Oh God. But it's supposed to be sunny for the rest of the time, so we'll have a lot that we'll get to here. But yay, that was our rant. Thanks for tuning in. Hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Become part of this Rant Pack family. All right, here we go. I'm just gonna turn off my camera for the first part of this one. Y'all, when I tell you, I have been enjoying Twitter lately. I think Elon Musk got out of my algorithm with his nonsensical ass, and I started to see a lot of what's going on with the rap game in terms of the beef. And if you don't know, Kendrick and Drake have been going at it for quite some time. Baby, OV-ho. Say OV-ho. Hold on, I want to get on camera just for this. Shout out to Mellow Yellow, because when I say your edits have been top tier this entire weekend, and that OV-ho challengers. What was it? The Rappin' Freddy, whatever that bear was. I forget that show. I was too old for that shit. But
Hip Hop Harry.
He put an edit that was perfect go to Mellow Yellow on X Twitter, and like you'll see the OV-ho, and I'm talking about that girl hit it. I was like,
I just sent you.
Which one?
Before the panel?
Dude,
it's B.
Is it the Beyonce one where she's doing the crazy?
Crazy in Love. I think it's the BET Award.
I was weak watching that. Like, that's the one. I was like, oh my God! Like, oh, he's dragging.
Baby, he said he was a Cancerian god, and I hollered. I hollered.
Let me pull this up.
I have been wanting something like this for a while. Like, it's the rap girls have been giving, and like it's been a while since the rap ninjas have shown up with this level of. Now,
dare I say, Megan and Nikki started this up this year?
This kind of reminds me of something that I
give it to her
on our show earlier this week, Matt. But like, it's funny that the girls that don't do the homework always want to come up and challenge somebody to an assignment.
Baby.
So when I saw this forming, I was like, Drake, you are absolutely insane. You probably ain't written a verse in the last 7 years.
Listen, not your diss tracks have ghostwriters on them. There are 5 people credited to your diss tracks, girl. And
baby,
I was like, we know that Kendrick does his homework. We know that mother is smart as hell. And we know that he writes his own lyrics. We know this for a fact. And so to see the fallout has just been... It's delicious.
That man's a Gemini. Leave him alone.
Somebody said you knew he had you never mess with a short Gemini from LA.
Ever.
And I was like, Loki.
Ever.
Loki.
Ever. Just leave air signs alone in general. Please do. And everybody needs to apologize to J. Cole right now.
J. Cole knew this. He said, you know what? Let me go ahead and take my ball and go back home.
J. Cole?
I know.
Sorry.
You said ball what? Listen, I don't know about ball, but like J. Cole took that apology and ran, and it was the smartest thing he could possibly do. Honestly, because that was that first run, and Kendrick said, "Nah, we're not about to do this today, bitch. I'm about to go the fuck in. Like, you have lost your mind." And then I don't know, when it comes to all of this, I have a little breakdown from BuzzFeed where this all began, of course, with this beef. Isn't it fun how everybody's ready to go? Everyone's like, "Oh, bitch,
how far back are we going? How far back?"
So this started. Okay, I got to give BuzzFeed some credit here. I want to read how they like address everybody. Drake, real name Aubrey Graham. See, Drake, here's the bad part from you know, they're starting to go back to the real name shit. Cher don't have those problems, and other people who have their names don't have them issues where it's like last name coming up.
But Matt, okay, like let's get our time machine because we was there. Let's go back to 2010, friend. Let's go back. Let's get in our time machine. And you remember how loud and abrupt like Drake's rise to stardom was? Like he was Wheelchair Jimmy, and overnight
he stood up.
Rapper Drake. And so he was loud. It was very, very loud. It was very, very noticeable. It was very sure. Oh, we got this new rapper, da 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 da. And then Wayne. What was that song? There was a song that he was featured on. Yes.
Bedrock. It was Bedrock.
And then Bedrock popped.
When he was the Wayne co-sign, that was it.
Drake used to be very like, oh yeah, I'm from Canada, but my vibes are da 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 da. Like, so to see that and then flash forward 14 years later is literally it's Uchiwali and one mic. We started with one mic and somehow have made it to Uchiwali.
Really, I mean, you could say it was a buccal fat transfer for one of them.
Shannon plant, buccal fat.
New nose.
But listen, new nose.
Yeah, that's me.
Taking out a line of credit on street cred, like.
Wait a minute.
Not taking a line of credit alone, honey.
Okay, but listen, it's one of the biggest rappers of the game who went from acting on Degrassi The Next Generation to being one of the most streamed award-winning hip-hop artists in the world. Kendrick Lamar, last name Duckworth, is also one of the biggest rappers in the game who not only snagged some of the most coveted awards, not just Grammys, but a Pulitzer Prize for music. So both, basically, bottom line is that Drake and Kendrick are two of the hottest acts in rap, but the hip-hop heavyweights have gone from chill collaborations to nasty allegations over the years. This apparently started in 2011. Really?
When did FN Problems come out?
Well, it was the second album, Take Care, and it featured Kendrick Buried Alive interlude. At this time, Kendrick had just released his debut album, Section 80. February 12th, Kendrick opened for Drake, Club Paradise, alongside ASAP. Oh, ASAP Rock. Ooh, is that why he was included in that? Oh, wait, come here.
It was a whole bubble. So it was Pusha T, Pharrell, Drake, Kendrick. Like they all had various beefs with various factions.
But then, mind you, they all collabed together on Kendrick's album. Because let me tell you something. Good Kid, Mad City. Whew.
I love that album. Whoa! That was a good album.
It is so good. I think Money Trees is my song. It go, hello, Mary. How you doing? Pick your pose and tell you, well, baby, let me.
Come on, GTA.
Babe, listen. The one with the gun lasts forever. Ooh, that song is everything. Listen. In August 2013, Kendrick was featured on Big Sean's Control promotional single for his second album, Hall of Fame. Track was later cut due to sampling issues. Inglewood rapper took shots at artists like J. Cole, Meek Mill, Pusha T, A$AP Rocky, Jay Electronica, and even Big Sean rapping, trying to make sure your core fans never heard of you. Okay. Same month on Billboard cover story, Drake responded, "I know good and well that he's not murdering me at all in any platform. So when that day presents itself, I guess we can revisit the topic."
Now,
this is 2013.
Remind the audience that we're talking about rap beef. Rap beef ain't never revolved around views, clicks.
Ever.
It's never been about charts. Rap beef is about your lyric, your craft, your clapbacks, your craftiness, your musicianship. That's the point. That's the point.
I mean, it also back in the day was aligned even in gangs and who you were affiliated with, especially with West Coast and East Coast of the verses that happened with that. And a lot of us who were raised in that era, especially the 90s with Tupac and Biggie, are familiar with what rap beef was some real ass shit. It wasn't some like, girl, I'm selling more than you. Oh, I'm selling more than you.
Imagine Kumo D and like Slick Rick subbing each other, talking about album sales. Like, nah.
So basically, this was like 2013, and that's the basis of this. So it's been going on for quite some time. 2015 into Pimp a Butterfly with the song Kunta Kinte. King Kuta, excuse me. He called out Drake for ghostwriting. Yeah, bitch, I'm reading it like I was in the movie. No, I'm not. I was not in the movie. Okay, listen. You know what I meant. I was watching. Said in the same year, Drake seemingly countered on the game's 100, saying if he didn't go pop and stay on some conscious shit, he would have everyone's fan. Lord have mercy. This is a lot. It's been going on 2023. We get here. They've been talking some shit. This has been happening for a while. Anywho, let's get into
the story.
Let's
his comment. His Meg. Meg is the climax of the story.
Baby, hold on. Where are we at here today? Push-ups. Did y'all like that? Did you like Push-Ups by Drake? I didn't really care for it. I know everybody was like, "Oh, it was in the heart." I was like, "Girl, this wasn't for me. Not for me. Not for me personally." I was like, "Oh, okay."
When you have a whole bunch of people saying yes in your ear,
that's the result.
That's the result.
Then
people clearly are more infatuated with making sure they got a paycheck as opposed to being like a genuine friend, a genuine confidant, and it comes out in the things that, baby, Kendrick, a Tootsie Slide, like we went up for that for real. Y'all, let me not say we. Y'all went up. Y'all went up for that?
Listen, mind you, J. Cole did the 7-minute drill. He baby, mind you, it was on might delete later and then did delete it. I said not might, did, going to delete later and then apologize. Then Drake did Push-Ups in the tailor-made freestyle. Both I was like, I know Academics was simping over there, slobbing on that light knob, but you know, it is what it is.
I need Jerry to go ahead and just fall into the trap.
It was so funny watching his reaction.
He was about to cry.
Like,
baby, speaking of scams and A minors, like, girl,
I ain't never seen stuffed ham shuffle in a pan like that in my entire life. Do you hear
potted meat.
There you go, potted meat.
Baby, don't do Spam like that, because Spam can be quite luxurious. He's lesser than that, baby. He's the chitlins, he's the tripe.
I'm over here like,
he is the,
He was over there looking uncomfortable. How you just sit uncomfortable. Mind you, I love how he's like, you're not going to call my boy a PDF file. And I was like, baby, let's go to your
track record. Messages.
Like, we have Bad Baby looks
was there.
Good for what? Like, let's not do this today. Like, corny. Anywho. So then Kendrick responded with Euphoria. I lived for Euphoria.
I lived.
By the way.
Ate him up. Ate him. And it could have stopped there, but you just didn't want to apologize.
I mean, it was the 616 of LA. I thought that was kind of where it was at, but the cover was really where it was chewing for me. But Family Matters by Drake then came out, and I was like, okay.
It was all right. I
was like, okay. But Meet the Graham.
I enjoy like the lyricism and like the artistry that like Kendrick is giving. But like above all are the subtle clapbacks and the subtle jokes that just like go past and you like, hold on, wait a minute, pause.
You have to rewind. You have to rewind. That's why you can't dance to his shit. You have to go back. You actually have to listen.
His intelligence.
Together, like the cover art was the mandated reporter system with the pen. I said that level of detail.
I said it was gonna raise you as a matter of time. I said,
it was the Ozempic bottles for me. I said,
in the glove.
I said,
So allegedly, somebody from Drake's camp snapped a photo and sent it to. Allegedly, that's real. We won't know.
Kendrick said there was people over there. He said, "How do you? What if I told you someone was working for me?" And I was like, "Oh, what if?"
Yeah, I think Drake got some people on the inside here, but they say that happens. We have too many people around. Exactly. Now, after Family Matters, we got Meet the Grahams. I'm going to tell you this right now. Hold on. I want to get on camera for this. Now, Dooley, while Dear Adonis was nasty footwork, Sandra was given the business. Basically, like, almost called that lady a bad mother. If not, just did call her a bad mother for raising the bastard like that. Let's not do this today. Okay,
he came for the whole generation, the whole
it was just
the whole
family. Iyanla Van Zant table discussion.
and then did it like it was a letter written to these people with
like, is
the
that a love?
wordplay. Oh, I said,
but it was also like it was like, so the POV is him writing it to Adonis, but he's doing it in a way as if he's parenting Drake, teaching Drake how to be a better father. I was like, the layer, this is wild.
Now, what do you think about people saying that line that was used, I believe, by Drake in reference to like him being, he used the slaves bit, and then it was like he's being like Kendrick's like faux woke or whatever when it came to that kind of stuff. Like I said,
it sounded like a white man on Instagram talking about, why are we making it about race? That's what it gave.
I love how used to instead of engaging in conversation and perhaps dropping a meme or a GIF in the group chat, you give responses like that. So I'm not surprised. Like I'm not surprised.
Right? It was you rap like you're still trying to free the slaves, and I was like,
And you rap.
I mean, to be honest, looking out in these streets, it looks like there are a whole bunch of people that still need to be free. To be honest, girl,
that's not like. And you rap like you're about to have a child that you're not going to claim again. So, like, what are we talking about today?
At this point, Maury needs to drop a disc, because if we're just going to keep revealing children.
I was like, I said, that's a strange, bright thing to say. I would never say something like that. That's a little past the line, brother. Like,
it's wild. So, like, I think Drake is very, very talented, but like, and this is just me watching the life choices and watching his life play out. Like, it's abundantly clear that, like, let me not say abundantly clear. It seems as perhaps maybe he has been enveloped in the stardom and the celebrity of it all, and may have fallen back on his, he's
in character.
Regimen. And so like
he's in character.
We liked when Drake dropped. We enjoyed Drake because it was a different perspective. It was a little emotional. It was introspective,
soft.
It was soft. Right.
It was a POV, and then feminine. Somewhere we lost the plot and went somewhere else, and that's when it kind of felt monotonous. So I would say for the older fans of Drake probably can align with that more than younger. Like some people came into existence just thinking that Drake was Michael Jackson. It's like not quite.
No,
not quite.
No.
But I see the similarities in the soft and feminine side that they might be catching into here when it comes to hold on. Speaking of
Michael Jackson is white by injection. But he still grew up in a black household
in Gary, Indiana.
Yeah, he still very, very much had the black experience.
It was given Tom Dubois.
Why am I picturing like the Captain America scene, Michael Jackson sitting in a chair that just white shit?
That was very much a black man.
It just changed.
I would also postulate that the Michael Jackson that y'all know as the Fame is not the real Michael Jackson, as evidenced by several recent revelations about Michael Jackson's life.
No, I've heard Michael Jackson's real voice.
Oh, yes, Gabby, yes.
One thing in life you must understand. I said, what the hell is this?
There was some interview where, like, I want to say he was on Johnny Carson. I forget, but he forgets where he at, and he slips into his regular voice, and then catches himself, and then goes back to the.
I remember he was accepting an award. He was like, "Hello."
That's what it was.
I said, no. I love you, Mike.
Oh, goodness gracious!
I mean, y'all both had allegations. If you want to be compared to them, but
I mean that maybe that's why they think they're the same. You know, very much liked by a lot of people, and also, no, I'm innocent. No, okay, listen.
I wonder why Drake spent all that money on body etching when he should have got a top lip.
And it's so obvious, and that's the shady part about it. Like you look like how old boy does from that show, The Umbrella Academy, but like not as hairy, like no shame, and like
maybe if you want to do black cosplay, can you at least look the character, girl? You are rich. At least do the assignment. Maybe even the Kardashians, took their experiment to the next level, girl. Like
injection, like I said,
commit.
Injection.
It's like you said, I want masculine bottom, like look. Like, that's what I want to give. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of which, you see Odell broke up with homegirl. He on his way back. He coming to get his man.
Hey,
he got to come take care of Bay.
He like
Bay is ailing. He's coming to take care of Bay.
He want him a little uncircum. It's fine. He just want a little cheese. It's okay. Hold on.
Tolerant.
Hold
Speaking
on.
of uncircum, any of the uncircum girls, please DM me at Dooley_.
Yes, all the hairy uncircum.
I think circumstances is how we were trying to finish that sentence.
Reasons that we're here.
Oh my goodness.
Uncut and unfiltered. Yes, honey.
Oh, good. I mean, that is the show. Okay, but that's exactly what we were talking about. We got some super chats that I have not done because what the hell is wrong with me? You better still be in here. Kelly, thank you for the super chat. Kendrick Lamar grabbed Drake by his braids and dragged him down the street. Listen,
his barrettes, honey.
I said drag the piss out of Drake. I find that being the appropriate term there, but you got it, Kelly. Thank you for the super chat. Bye, Miss Flores. Thank you for the super chat. I would like to say that not all are as messy as BBL. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I almost read it.
Watching Matt trying to navigate that was actually quite funny. That was like, all of these are hot words. These are all hot
words. I love.
I was over here like, oh, so you just don't
do it.
Fail to exist anymore.
Nikki,
that's fine.
You are a vile woman. You're a vile woman coming in here getting between these women and their sisterhood. I did not watch that show, but I have definitely seen. I saw that section of the show. I didn't see the beginning. I didn't see the end, but I did see that.
I can't. This definitely made it for my week. Peace to Mateo. It's giving Nikki Gilbert versus Selena Johnson, Dita versus La Princess, La Lucha versus Britannia, etc. Don't mess with the quiet ones. Listen, okay.
The quiet ones alone.
Hey Maggie, thank you for the super chat. I heard Dear Sandra and I knew it was over.
Yeah.
Peace to Mateo back again. Thank you. Drake, the shape of the man from Girlfriend.
Don't do it.
He said he's shaped like William. He said he's shaped like William.
And is.
What was the name of the boyfriend that had the hit? That Joan. What was his name?
Oh, I need to get the picture of William right now.
Oh, was that Ellis? No, was that Ellis?
Oh my God.
Or was Ellis the addict?
Y'all are taking me back. I'm gonna Google it.
It's time for a Girlfriends rewatch. It's time. It's time.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I gotta get a good picture. I gotta get a good picture. Okay, hold on.
Not the harmony.
Yes. I mean, me and my friends watching it. Yes. Big Hip Marcus.
My girlfriend.
Oh my God. Oh my gosh. I am determined to get this picture over here. Okay. You said
the
Marcus.
episode was named Hypocrisy.
Okay, Marcus. Images.
Hypocrisy.
Oh my God. Hypocrisy. So stupid. Shut up. That cannot be it. Okay, wait a minute. I think I got the picture. Okay.
See what they do from Patty.
The crazy thing is that after all that, William got them hips for real in real life.
Listen, I'm not. I got a picture of him on the show versus now because that's not nice. It's not nice. Okay, hold on. For those of you who don't know, this was the sellable love interest on the show.
No, I ain't trying to drag nobody out.
We're not trying to drag William, but when I tell you it was one of those things with the show that I was like,
Girlfriends did have a particular like mold for fine men.
And then there's William. And then there's
who was with Monica, and we was like, what? To turn around and get with Jump? I don't understand.
Oh my Lord. I still say Drake is giving Umbrella Academy tease with the turtleneck. I think that's still him, Great White Eight, very much that.
Great White Eight, I was thinking more Pig Bottom, but we can go with it, girl.
Not a Pig Bottom.
Swine!
Swine!
Oh my God, that song. Do you hear me? It was that pressure. I don't know what to know. I don't do that. I don't even know what the hell that lady was saying.
I don't remember the lyrics of why. I just remember the like melody of her.
I don't know what number he is. I watched the show, and y'all are gonna have to understand. Maddie Rants lives in revised history. Like if they had me on Drunk History on Comedy Central, it'd be a hoot because it would be the story, but not really. You know what I'm saying? Very much that y'all gonna learn. Bob is Flores, thank you for the super chat. The only thing I don't wait a minute, I have to read this before I read it. Okay. The only thing I don't believe.
What is your position on the current?
Only because Pusha T didn't mention it in his diss. Also, you having Kodak Black is foul as well. Okay, here's what I'm gonna say on it. Because fuck Kodak Black, but with his colorist ass. I believe it.
I mean, history shows us that white people are really good at hiding things. I would not be surprised if there was a whole child out there.
I also know I don't even have to think about Drake. Men in general. Oh yeah, no shade, but I have I could just jump in my family and be like this one, babies. So
I've seen Rosewood. I know.
Yeah, no shade.
I know how this turns out.
I know we want Drake to have a W here, but it's funny when Metro Boomin is now dragging the piss butter fuck out of you as well on the internet. I mean, dragging a whole producer is dragging you, Drake, dropping tea. Have y'all seen his Twitter?
Yeah.
Nonsense. And then he's bringing up old videos of Drake and videos where he was pretending to be gay and it was very anti this, that, the other. And I was like, oh, I didn't even see these.
If young Metro don't trust you, he already told us what he was going to do.
Okay.
He's been telling us for years. We know how this is.
I mean, Cameron, are we surprised? Are we surprised? And we don't even know that. Listen, it's hip hop, baby. They could all be bending over at this point. Don't ever put it past you. Some people just like to yell out loud very quickly when it comes to this industry to make it seem like, oh girl, I'm not that. But meanwhile, you pummeling and getting plowed in the back over there by some blouse that you thought was giving too much, and over there telling you yes, God, with some press on nails and a good old Cartier bracelet, Miss Thing. I almost said another word. I had to catch myself because it would have sounded funny, but there you go. The thing is that I'm afraid Drake, for him to do back-to-back disses, and really the nail in the coffin for me, because Drake posting a whole
the nail
response
in the coffin,
right? Very that Not Like Us was a supreme dragging, because not only was the beat nasty, the beat was just nasty. Very, very good beat. It's catchy, but this motherfucker, dude, we talked about with the entendres, and we talked about the wordplay here, to put A minor in reference for you singing, but also to clap into your PDF history. Excuse me? I was gagged by that. I'm sorry, I was gagged. I was gooped. I was like, yo, this is too much. And I've been playing it. I was playing it to the grocery store. I played it to get coffee this morning. I was like, oh yes, this is bumping. I had my windows down and everything while the rain was coming. I was like, yes. OV ho. I was like, that we making this a kid's bop. Ooh. And then now I'm finding that.
Did you see the clip of Rick Ross at that party and they played it twice?
Oh, Rick Ross living his best life right now with all this as they tried him recently. So it's like, yes, we're gonna have somebody else come in here and drag y'all heifers. Listen. Kendrick's winning. That's the end of it. Period. Gabby, you ready? Okay.
Sorry about that. My mom was calling about some ham hocks or something like that. I forget what she was talking about. Go ahead. When you do StreamYard on your phone, it'll just completely cut off everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's annoying. I don't know how to fix that, but I'm dead. But what was y'all saying? Yeah, he lost.
That man said, don't bring your kids around him.
Basically. No, the read is that child that you don't claim is in a better area. That's the best way you can protect your child is to not be in their life. That's the crazy part. Because you're around the danger, you are the danger. Crazy.
I listen, stranger. I have to say, especially since you don't know him anyways. But I got to give Metro Boomin some credit. That BBL Drizzy beat is nasty.
I want to hop on it.
I hollered.
Nasty. I was like, please.
I want to hop on it.
Is that the next song?
Beats? What?
Because he told me, he said, go make some drums. He said, all right, cool. I got you.
He said, bet.
Is that AI or is that someone singing it?
I don't know. Morphine love Drake. Hey Clinton, that's too funny.
Morphine love Drake.
I mean, it is what it is here.
If that's AI, that's how you use AI. You don't dig up people from the.
Do y'all think?
Go ahead.
I have a question. Do y'all think Drake has ever been to see Raheem in Brazil? I mean, he was there anyway. Y'all think they linked up
on the table? Possibly.
Not on the table, in that little circle thing.
Yes. Post some of y'all's favorite lyrics that we've heard from these two. A minor scale has no flats or sharps. Black keys on the piano, only white keys. I said, oh, listen, my favorite was
I love that. Come on, Music Shade.
I was here. Oh God, come on, man. Oh, the fact that he brought up the tattoo of Lil Wayne that he got after like apologizing
with the girl
for sleeping with his girl while he was in jail. And like, mind you, people who were writing for Drake did not know this. T academics, you looked a fool finding that tea out, girl. You looked a fool finding that out.
That's a good sub. That's a good sub move. I'm sorry, Daddy. That's a good sub.
Then they pulled up that interview when Wayne was reminded of it, and he's like, I don't remember anything. Oh, I know why you don't remember anything. I know exactly why you don't. Mixing your concoctions together, all that magic you be putting in your body.
What kills me is people like academics can be homophobic, but sit here and just slob on another man so hard at the same time. Now, you was crying when you was getting into it with Saucy, talking to, because he was like, I'm going to come over and you started crying and call him all types of baddies and all that type of stuff. You're homophobic, but you sit up here and slob on this other man and cry over him.
I mean, I almost said something that was going to be nasty. You know what? I'll go ahead and get it there. I'm not going to take somebody seriously who looks like a cartoon character and gives all kinds of I'm carrying trash to the compactor tees, looking like a beanbag chair with a motherfucking tripod for a Casio fucking piano looking at. I cannot stand him at all. Like, then I know you also put your hands on people, so you have that Chris Brown energy. Whatever. When
DJ Academics talk, I hear the sound effects of the grapefruit method in my head.
Also, we know you puss. Saucy said, come up, bitch.
Yeah.
Saucy said, come with it. And I saw a clip of him recently at some event where he was talking to somebody and they walked up the stage and he pressed back. Girl, like, you don't want it. You don't want it. Your hands aren't quick. You don't want it. I'm pretty certain I can take it. I'm pretty certain, bitch. I know my track record, girl. It's up. So, like, let me come out of retirement like Mike Tyson.
I hate Kendrick even mentioned him in a song. I hate he even did that, but it's whatever. I hate that.
Him calling Dran a fan, aka Freaky Eyed Nugget. I can't do it. Also one where he was like, you better hide your nieces. Yeah.
Because you're on some weird ish, which I didn't even know he was an executive producer on Euphoria. I had no idea. I didn't know until this happened. I just thought he was just hanging around young people. I didn't know that was a cast. I just said, there he goes hanging out with somebody else young.
Malibu's Most Wanted for me. So much clowning and so many For those who saw that movie, that was extra special. No, you not a colleague. You a fucking colonizer. Yep.
The economic history of Atlanta, and then proceeded to help connect that to the facts.
That was nasty, dude.
And it was all facts. Like, what can you say? It was facts.
Not you giving truth and actual knowledge at the same time, dragging somebody into this. So they talk about this man not speaking. I said, well, he's including that kind of history. So
Everything was facts. Like you can't. If I wish like nobody's gonna say nothing about it. He name dropped everybody. Name dropped all them Atlanta artists. I bet you they don't say nothing, and you'd be smart not to do it. Don't say nothing.
Well, Drake actually did respond in his own special way with a picture of himself. Was this to Snapchat? Instagram. He posted a picture of himself like, "Aw, hold on, I'm light skinned enough to do this." That's the picture. And then it says, nah, hold on. Can someone find my hidden daughter, please, and send her to me? These guys are in shambles.
Do not threaten Black people with a mystery.
With a mission.
Black people...
No, I was scrolling through TikTok before this went on, and her TikTok at her birthday party popped up on my For You page.
I'm just saying, girl. Have you seen the TikToks of people where they basically someone's like, find me? They're like, bet. It's like, oh, all right.
Oh, so I recognize that little corner from that one time that I took that road trip back in 1992. Yep. That was the rest stop that me and my auntie stopped at. So I know that you were within 100 miles of Columbus, Ohio. Well, little did you know, I went to Ohio, and it's like, it's always some weird...
People can see a tree in your front yard and find you. Y'all don't challenge these people. Don't challenge them.
On top of that...
Particularly about older Black people. Because, like, we might Google Map some shit. My auntie, cousin, and them, it's always a landmark. Mm-hmm. It's a landmark. It's that's some weird sign, some weird thing that they've normalized, and they will always find a way. And somebody Nemo always knows somebody.
Especially when it's like habitual where you're going, where you're always consistent too, because baby, that if you ever see that Google car go by, guess what? You're gonna be up there for a few months, sweetie. Just so we're clear. Also, remember when we used to have the apps where we would like log into places that we were at and it was like a game?
Foursquare.
It was Foursquare and then like a B one too. I forget what the name of that one was. But we were into it was like Facebook days, and I never realized how extremely
dangerous that is. That was a simpler time.
We were telling everybody where we were going, and we were leaving reviews about it while we were literally in there, not even about to leave. We just walked in. We just walked in that bitch. I'm here.
Yeah, right now. Come find me.
Then again,
no. Baby, I don't post vacation pics till I get back. I'm like, yep, had a good time. You didn't even know I left.
Then again.
How
could you do that? How could you bring me there? I miss that place by Turkey O'Toole with my Caesar salad. And because I was like a grown kid, I had a virgin strawberry daiquiri. That was the order. My mother used to look at me like this child. I'm like, yeah, because I feel like I'm a grown up. So very much that.
I look at us paying bills, talking about insurance.
You know, fuck paying bills. Like when I tell you, every time I pay rent, I feel a piece of my soul leave me and just go off into another realm of, you know, you'll see. We'll talk. I feel like when I die, I'll have to see every time I paid rent. Like that's gonna go in order. Like
somebody cash at me my rent. It's $17.50. Just go ahead and just drop it in there.
Oh,
go ahead and just drop it in there, girl.
Mine's 4 figures too.
Mine's 4 figures, but
I'm tired.
See, that's that New York. That's that New York. That's that New York.
Like I looked at my paper from my hotel, not my hotel, my apartment I used to live in before the happened. I was paying for a 2-bed, 1 bath. I was paying $525.
That was my townhome back in the day. Like back in
$525.
When I went to grad school, when I was at Syracuse, I lived in a house. It was $525 my first year. I was there 3 years, and when I left, it was $540.
Yeah.
$540, and then a group of guys. We had the whole house.
Yeah, it was a different.
$525.
See, but mine fluctuates because I have like other bills included with my rent, like water and stuff like that, and like trash, which apparently they charge us extra if it's very trashy outside. Which I'm thinking to myself, well, how is that our fault if someone drops it in our area? And apparently it's by building. And I'm like, y'all are funny. So
anybody can drive and put, okay.
It's always going to be 4 figures. I'm going to tell you that much. But, you know, it ranges.
Okay, I think if I'm remembering the stat correctly, but since 2018, there is no place in the United States where a person can work a minimum wage job and afford a studio apartment.
You want us to have babies.
Do you remember when minimum wage was $7.50?
Right.
Who is living off of that? That's not possible. That's not possible.
Caveman. My animals can't survive off of that. No.
It's not possible.
Right.
Favorite food.
That's a lovely price for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath Beesies. I pay a little bit more than that. Yeah. Pay a little bit more than that for one.
See, Alabama, the main reason to stay in Alabama was your family was here. From generations of family are here, and the rent was low. That was the main reason to stay here. Now it's expensive everywhere, so you might as well move.
It's $7.50 in Oklahoma. What? Well, let me not talk about Oklahoma.
What's out there?
Child, I mean, y'all remember. Anywho.
Yeah.
Listen. Shout out to my people in Oklahoma though, because I know y'all had some tornadoes come there recently, and I know all about tornadoes in Texas. That is not anything to be played with. Dear people, if you are new to storms, don't go outside. Be smart. Appreciate it. Love you. Because I've been seeing some videos of people literally sitting outside while there's tornadoes, and I'm just like, what in the hell is going on over here? Like, I don't want to be that lady in Twister, and I am mad they're making a second movie because I don't even know what that's.
They're gonna ruin it. They're gonna ruin it.
Where is it going?
It's the kids of the people.
Where is it going? We have technology now. It's not fun no more. They had to make those things. They had to get those cans. It's a toxic flag.
We'll see. That's my man. I think he got ADHD. That's why he likes it. That's his favorite movie is Twister.
Watch the
if Hangover can get 3 movies and Katniss can get 7, and we can be in our 19th Jurassic Park, we can go ahead and give them stuff.
I've just gotten my heart broken too much from movies that were from like back then, and then they come back. Y'all have disappointed me over and over and over again.
Like a fun transition. Can I tell y'all about Challengers? I saw it last night.
Okay, please tell me about this movie, because I knew it was gonna be boo-boo, but I was like, okay, whatever. Once I saw the light concept, I said, nope. Jeremy, that's baby. Go on.
That's when they was running the 2-man, and
you got that's a lot, but also pop off because whoo.
So I went to go see a 10:50 showing of Challengers, and I was very excited. I love a psychological moment. I think the actors are phenomenal. They knew the assignment, and phenomenal I believed that they were, the people that they said they were. This is clearly a Zendaya Rule 46.
No, it's Rule 34.
Rule 30. Thank you.
What? Don't ask why I know that, but
getting my rules mixed up. But you know that
it's Rule 34.
It's giving a lot of that. There's a lot of angles and a lot of drippity drop, flippity flap. Mbop.
Okay, just to be clear, Rule 34 is if it exists, there is
of it. Yeah,
that's Rule 34. So that's how I know.
That was fun. I think the plot kind of meanders though. So like once you get to, I enjoyed the experience of watching the story and seeing how they crafted it. But based upon the kind of movie it was, I don't know that the ending was all that satisfying.
I gotta see it now, but I hate seeing freaky movies in public.
But it's not even. This is going to be freaky for the TikTok generation, not for us. Our barometer for this nasty and movie is different. This is for the 2000 girls that are like still, feeling the feeling.
Like, tingly. That's for them.
I knew who this movie was for when Zendaya makes out with her Christopher Columbus in the parking lot and puts her raw purse on the floor in the parking lot.
Jeremy, I figured
you put your purse on the floor.
She put her purse on the concrete
the other
in
half.
The parking lot.
That's
so
the other half.
I know this movie is not for any of my identities, but I'm going to enjoy this.
That's bad luck. You'll go broke. That's what my mama told me.
It's sexual-ish. It tries to edge you, but like,
is it giving Wattpad?
Oh my god!
It's giving Wattpad. Okay, then I know. If it's giving Wattpad, then I know what it's gonna give.
for reference, I saw Eve's Bayou. I saw Eyes Wide Shut in the I was like, we come from a different generation of like a psychological, sexual, the Cube, Cruel Intentions, Jawbreaker, hell, like it felt like they were trying to give big sexuality, and it just felt 24 to me.
Okay, it's 24. Giving mono. We're just making out.
Oh, it's giving mono. It's giving mono.
Oh my God, mono.
It's giving mono.
It's giving mono. Can you get a mono as an adult? I feel like adults don't.
Yes.
I feel like you don't get it as an adult.
Oh my God. Not that cup of soda got you. Oh, thank you, Crystal, for the super chat. Appreciate it, baby.
Sharing a water bottle.
Kelly, thank you again for the super chat. Odell, control your man. He probably lonely.
I figured Odell was like bisexual because he's too pretty. And I feel like if you're religious, I feel like our punishment as women, it wasn't the childbirth and the periods. I feel like every beautiful man with good skin does not want you. Men who white don't want you. I feel like that's our punishment. Like men who look like they take it and go in the shower, don't want you.
A woman's opinion.
Cruel Intentions was your awakening.
You didn't go back to bed.
I was gonna say, most of the bi pan people in my life, their awakening was one of two. There are two movies that I would crown as the number one and number two most bisexual movies ever created. The first one is from 1998, Batman and Robin.
Oh, the nipple suit, baby.
Bisexual ass movie.
Why was the nipples in the suit?
Right. Number two is The Mummy with Brendan. Two of the most bisexual coded movies I have ever watched in life.
They said that woman was the Egyptian woman. She was like dating a female comedian or something.
I didn't even know.
I would say if we're going to talk about awakenings when it comes to movies in terms of where it's giving for the, I want to be her, it was Jawbreaker, Rose McGowan's character for sure.
To be her?
Like in terms of like my gayness being like, okay, this is that bitch. This is See You Next Tuesday. Finish it with a Y. She is her. She's evil, but I fucking live. Like, boom, boom. What the fuck do you think you're doing? I'm doing what you told me to. I told you to rule, bitch. Not like, yes, give me that. Give me that. Give me that rose. Give me that. Give me her.
So,
and then
Neko, that was my.
Imagine how tired we are.
That scene changed my body chemistry when when Michelle Pfeiffer cartwheels into the scene and whips the head off the mannequin.
Oh, whipped it in one take?
That was it.
In one take.
She did it in something in my chemistry and launched something that I just did not know was
I was impressed. She did that in one take, didn't she?
It was the meow and then boom for me where I was like, yes, God, like who is this? Yes. Oh, I don't know about you, Miss Kitty, but I feel so much yummier. Oh,
yummy.
Please.
Y'all, sexuality is a spectrum. It's definitely a spectrum.
Yeah, so
it's definitely a spectrum.
You're gonna hate this. Y'all gonna hate this because Jawbreaker was the one that I was like, okay, gay for me, but like my boy crush moment. Oh, y'all are gonna hate me. This is mad.
Oh, I think I know the answer. Hold on, let me put.
What do you think? Because there's two movies and it's specific actors.
Oh no! It's that's the actor, and
okay, true.
It's this movie.
Oh, I hope you say it. Oh my God, Julie! What? If me and Julie did Cash for Friends, we'd be good. We'd be good. Okay, so the first movie, and I saw this, and it was on Cinemax, and I remember it, and I was like, oh my God, who is this? Who is this? It was Leonardo DiCaprio. I know, it's terrible. But it was Leonardo DiCaprio, and it was Basketball Diaries. And then I literally was obsessed with him after that. Like I like watched every movie. Titanic was my whole like thing. Like I fell off of like Leonardo when I got to high school and fineness. Really, when we were in high school and you start seeing people like, oh, okay, we all look kind of good. What's happening here? Ow. We had to move about the way. But it was that and Romeo and Juliet. I like cried so hard at the end of that. It was so sad. I watched The Island for no reason. Like, oh yeah, I was there. I was there for it. But yeah, it was definitely that. And then it was, y'all are gonna gag. It was called The Wild. And Devon Sawa and Jonathan Taylor Thomas were in that movie with some other person who I cannot remember right now. And I was like crushing on Devon Sawa at the time, as well as JTT, because Home Improvement. But yeah, those are my hidden secrets. Those are
I just wish I didn't love Payne so much. It's just so it's tragic.
I like Leonardo DiCaprio when he would have still probably liked me. So at a very young age. There you go.
Child. He's honest about his. He's like, it's legal, but there's
a long time ago. Oh, I have to include Janae. Thank you for including this. I would agree. That was a lot for me to take in, because I was like, who is Brad Pitt?
See, I've been thinking
that was my first time seeing him. I was like,
I'm like, am I attracted to this, or do I just want to be this? And I feel like I just want, like, anytime I'm like, is this attractive? I'm just like, no, I just want to be her.
But
I just want to be this. I want to be Ivy Valentine from SoCal. That's me in my mind.
I want to be Ivy Valentine from SoCal.
Ivy Valentine. I'm a dog person.
I want to be Taki. Baby had a whole bodysuit on, and it was moving,
and didn't need a bra.
That sucker was every time she sat there, it said hookah. It said, "What's that?"
I said, "Oh," and she didn't need a bra. She didn't need one.
I have to highlight this only because, like, Brendan Smalls. Home movies. It's my favorite cartoon ever. Every time. Yeah, it's my favorite cartoon of all time is Home Movies, and favorite movie of all time is Jackie Brown. But like, yeah, this cartoon changed my world. It did.
What's funny is like he is the creator of Metalocalypse as well. So I saw them live.
And that was when I became familiar with the actor behind Bob's Burgers and Archers.
That same voice. It's just his voice. That's just
Coach
him
McGurk.
Talking.
Yeah, and he doesn't have to change it. It's like just do that voice and be dry, because it's perfect. But also the Devon Sawa bit, he has liked some of my tweets, and he doesn't know what that has done for me. Like, you understand. I'm like, oh my gosh, because I did something about Chucky, and he's like, I'm like, oh my God, Devon, don't do that. But yeah, so oh my God.
Yeah, I just want to be Ivan, and I want to be Akasha from.
Queen of the Damned was the moment,
and that pops. I did not see that. I did not see that when it popped up. That's crazy. I said that at the same time.
I saw it on TBS.
It was the moment. I saw it in the theater. I had to sneak in. It was
when Deftones played, and they was in the rose-covered like pool or whatever.
Oh, I was obsessed with Leah around that time too, and then she passed away, and then that was the last movie they gave us, and I was like, "Oh, why is it she to die in this movie?" It's like the last movie.
I'm like, I just want to hate
it. I can't. Okay, so sorry, y'all. We got on a whole like, let's talk about our awakenings and this, that, and the other. So listen, I say, Kendrick Lamar Odom is winning this one, and
he won.
Aubrey BL.
Drake should just put out a diss towards himself. Just pull a B-Rabbit and just neutralize. Oh, for real, just pull an 8 Mile and just talk about yourself and spill all your own tea and be like, yeah, this is my fake nose, and this is my. And I did put some Hawaiian rolls as my abs. These ain't mine.
So Trinity the Tuck could write his rap for him since he's a ghostwriter. Okay, got
a lot of plastic parts.
I've never seen them in the same room. I think they might be the same person.
See, that's how a mixed person handles beef is J. Cole. Just because you already knew. That's how you handle it.
Mixed person.
That's how it makes people. That's how a mixed person. You know what? I actually like my black side, and I'm going to get out of this.
Okay, let's talk about these two people who I'm sure a lot of folks on here are like, who is that? They're famous. They're famous.
Grinch is on my playlist. I actually really enjoy that song. Situationally, of course, but that's kind of my jam.
This is JT of City Girls, and that's Suki Hana of what was it? Come on, Matt. I used to know. Give me that Henny and that Plan B.
I just need a Henny and a Plan B. I said this video makes me itch.
And that was my beginnings of Suki Hana. And when a couple people in this industry are not actually still around the time she came out, to be honest with you. She also had an OnlyFans account where she used to do things with her man.
She was squirting Nesquik.
That's right. That's what she was doing, Gabby. She was pouring chocolate milk. I'm glad you said that, because that's what Nesquik is.
Ginger ale.
She was doing. Why are we making it soda now, Fred? We can keep it in chocolate milk.
Because I can drink soda.
You're just adding more context to make this harder for me. See what happens
if you were motivated.
See what happens? You bring a woman in here. No, I'm just playing. Okay.
See,
so,
and we just start squirting and just talking crazy.
Nesquik is what she's talking about. That's right. All right. And then, mind you, she ended up on Love and Hip Hop. There you go. JT's been having the city girl's life. You know, Carisha left her for somebody who is on the run right now. I know if you're on the run. And now she's came back.
On the run tour. Wait. Did you see that Young Life Church of Latter-day Saints Instagram video that Diddy posted?
Oh, he posted.
Somebody put it on Twitter and then retweets it, and it's like, oh, they must be coming on Tuesday.
Oh, he posted a video. I need to see it then.
It's like him looking at the ocean and like at church and like doing community service, and it's like,
that's the end of the movie right there.
Yep. I don't want to read Carisha right now, but Carisha sounds like her tongue and the top of her mouth are fighting for supremacy when she's rapping. With the English to Spanish, it'd be like, what's going on?
English, Spanish, and French.
It'd be like, it's like she about to like throw something up or something like that. There's a little person inside of her throat that's just trying to get out. It gets on my nerves. Anywho, so basically, JT already had beef with her city girl partner, Young Miami, this year, which spurred her to drop more solo material. She dropped a single, Okay, but the lyrics sparked even more controversy. And this is from hotnewhiphop.com, by the way. I'm in trouble here because fans thought she was talking about someone in particular. Suki, Hana, and Cardi B were the rumored targets, and the former hopped on Instagram to clear a few things up. Suki claimed that she and JT were on good terms. She did, however, ask JT to clarify who was really in her crosshairs. The rapper got what she asked for, and JT took to X on May 3rd to clear the air between her and Suki. She said the Okay lyrics were not aimed at her, but then proceeded to bash her mercilessly.
Anyways.
So let me read some of these tweets because they were fucking funny. I'm sorry. She said, to clear the air at Suki Hana, you know I wasn't talking about you, and I would have answered quicker if you didn't try to do a 2-for-1 special. I never knew your tooth fell out from eating crab legs. You go viral for stupid shit daily, and to think I'm scared of you when I'm a Zeus subscriber is sick. Now, that was a dragon with that with the Zeus. Now fuck them, period. Because you already know what they did with me. So, yeah, to them. Anywho, Suki is on Zeus, the baddie show right now. And she has not won one
fight. Not one fight.
Not one. You are getting ragtagged. And it's getting silly. And they even have clips of you because it still gets in my feed some kind of way of this new Caribbean show of you also getting ragtagged out there. So I'm just like, okay.
Don't it premiere tonight?
I don't know. I'm not a subscriber.
It might
tonight. These girls want to do UFC. Why don't they go do UFC?
I've been wanting to do a cage reunion.
Check this out. Then the Nick Cannon show on their Baddies versus Wild, which includes people like Black China's mama being a part of this cast. And I'm talking about Dooley. Imagine like Wild 'N Out, but it's a lot of people who are not actually funny that are just these women that have fight.
I blame Howard University. Y'all gave him that broadcasting degree, and he ain't been the same since.
Imagine CPS takes the day off and they do like a show, like
Blueface's sister and mother.
Yeah,
were blopping you. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. You slipped and fell, and she got on top. I said, "This is madness to me. I can't do it today." Anywho, basically, and then JT continued on. She said, "You kept writing me back to back. You could have DM'd me, but you was trying to distract me and use me to run your up. You can run a special for a page promo. Suck at you. Y'all know the rest of it." So anywho, I found this to be just hilarious because I'm like, Suki, you remember when you came against Cupcake?
She dragged you.
I don't think you want to do this, baby girl. Like, I like Suki a lot. She's a hoot, but
Cupcake dragged her. I remember.
Dooley, if you ever get a chance to see that Cupcake disc against Suki Hana, obliteration. Like it was upset stomach diarrhea. Like, yes, because Suki did a whole thing and it was like, oh no, we're not really doing this today. And Cupcake.
Suki is jokes and Cupcake is bars.
I think it's that
body. It was nasty. I was like, oh my
god. It was really bad.
Cupcake, she talk about nasty stuff, but she actually could
actually rap. Like that's the difference between them, because Suki wants to be taken seriously and can't, and Cupcake could be taken seriously. She just chooses not to.
Sometimes it's Cupcake being in on the joke, and then Suki sometimes taking herself too seriously, where she forgets you are doing this sort of don't take me seriously sort of stunt work. This very I hate to do it, but sexy red energy of it's a little bit. It might be gross, but it's kind of hot. But some people find it attractive, but not everybody. I'm trying to be nice. Some of it's gross. I'm not gonna lie. I'm seeing Sexy Red on stage barefoot. I'm just like, no, not for me. It's not for me, sister. I can't do it today.
I'm conflicted on her.
In the afterlife, just face palming.
I don't know. Either way, whatever these two ladies got going on, it is what it is. There are some folks that are reminded of some transphobic comments that a few have made before, as well as then using said people in music not too long ago with this whole Kim. I saw that Kim Petras show. I said, what the fuck is that?
Wait, elaborate. What happened?
So there was a collab that they recently did. It was the City Girls, I think Kim Petras or something like that. I was just like, wait.
Okay.
What? I said, hold on, but then you had said something about trans women not too long ago.
Well, they're useful. You can have them around if they're useful. Which is crazy because all of y'all are getting surgery to look like the dolls, but go off.
Can we talk? So this has come up several times in the last 5 years. But ain't that crazy? I think it's absolutely heinous that people will get up on here on their lives, their Instas, their Facebooks, and drag trans women all up and down Flatbush Avenue
just to go
to Atlanta, Sao Paulo, La República de Dominica, wherever, to come back looking like them. That is crazy.
Like the dolls. That happens with black women and white people. So I mean,
well, the thing is that to clear something up, because the comments are talking, she had said something previously, then retracted said statements like, I don't think that way no more. So it was like, oh, okay,
I guess because I figured she didn't like Saucy low key, but
I'm not going to do the gay man props. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it.
You're going to do the purse, the accessory.
I'm not going to do it. I literally grew up around that with a lot of women who used to do the Matt be my gay friend and do gay things.
Don't do that. Don't anybody listening. Don't you ever do that. Don't let me catch you doing that.
And I used to think that I'd have to fit into that mold, like that.
You don't.
That's normal, but it's really not. Like, bitch, I don't want to shop with you. I don't. I don't know what foundation that you need. There are some gays that are for that are all about that life. Not all of us are there. I'm a gamer. I'm a little bit of a jock. Trust and believe. And I also, so there
I'm gonna say this. No matter where you are, society-wise, everybody wants to feel better than someone. Every anthill has a queen. Even anthills have queens. It don't matter how low it is. Somebody always wants to feel better than somebody. So I'm telling you, and I've had to check a lot of people that I've hung out with, like, you do not get to, especially people of color, y'all should understand what it's like for people to befriend you and devalue you while taking your things and emulate them for fun. So I do not like cis women that do that stuff, and I have to check them on it. I do not support that stuff. In any community I'm drinking. But yeah, I just had to say it. Don't be accessory for anybody, and don't even use lingo around some of these girls.
Did you see that video of that tourist in Thailand who was hurling transphobic comments at the girls?
the girls
in Thailand.
In Thailand, and when I say, hold on, and Gary, when I say them, the dolls,
they descended,
whooped his ass. But here's what was even crazier: all the people on the street jumped him too. Straight men, straight women, everybody on the street.
That's how it should look. It should look.
I said, now this was crazy. But shout out to the doll in the blue dress that had the yellow chair. Mother,
you're gonna have to send me the video.
Let me send it to you now. How hard you swung that chair on that man. I heard it. I felt that crack. Wow. I was like, oh, that was with full strength. He's not coming back from that one. Okay, look, I have it right here.
You need to send it to me, and I will review it. I would love to see that.
He was out of there, and it's crazy because
none of that.
People caught them on different angles, but then this is me. I'm like, you're in Thailand.
It's in the hub.
You're in Thailand. What you think is going on over here? Like, let them babies work. What's wrong with you?
People catch flights for that. What are you talking about?
Exactly. And I know that from working at a bank when I used to have people literally call me to check their balance before they get on the flight and do a travel notification. I'm about to go to Thailand. It was always these, let me not put them out here like that, but you know what I'm talking about. A certain kind of a certain variety and all this. I'm going to Thailand, and let me tell you something. They would give me addresses, streets to go to. Like, they'd be like, you have to go here to find them. And they would say like them and that. He was trying to find words to be kind because I guess they heard my gay. So he was like, oh, I guess I can talk about this with you because you know all about them, don't you? Sure do. I sure do. Good luck to you. Make sure you tip.
If you go to Taco Bell, you should expect a burrito at some point, baby. That's where you go to get it. So don't go somewhere where you're supposed to get it and then get mad that it's available.
I suggested tipping money. So that if y'all got paid over there extra, that was on me. You're welcome. Because I was like, they like that. Like, just so you know, like do a little something on top. Oh, really? Yeah, I have no idea. But I'm like, pay them babies extra. Anywho, see, beef. Look at what's beef. Okay, now speaking of what's beef, we're gonna move past this into a little gay stuff. It's gonna get Gabby, settle down.
All right, I'll just get out the.
Whoa! You can't relate.
Yeah, I'll just turn my camera off.
You can't relate.
That's an Aquarius. Let me jump back in. God damn it.
I was like, wait. All right, here, different faces. Now, there's been drama in the Drag Race community. Not so much drama. It could be playful shade, if you will. Some people are taking it seriously that are, of a certain variety as well. Yogurt. But Bob and Monet have had a lot to say about Malaysia, and it has come to Malaysia's attention. They didn't really care for their eagle dress, and Malaysia dropped a diss track, and it actually was it's actually very good. I actually lived and breathed for it. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, oh, this was funny. Like, there were a couple of nasty reads in there. It was cute. The beat was right. And I have to give it to them. But I'm thinking to myself, Bob and Monet could respond, but like, I don't know if they have to at this point in time right now. And not to say Malaysia, you lost this war because there's a lot going on. They're both very busy. Bob was just in front of like 1.6 million people in Brazil for Madonna.
Bob be hopping on beats for fun and putting their own little like
1.6 million people. And Madonna held a free concert. I said, oh, that is lovely. That is lovely. Beyonce can't go out there. She went out there for that movie premiere, baby. Said, out. Can't do it. Y'all grab.
They were in her face. They were like screaming.
Y'all be tugging. They had pulled that footage when she came out there last time. Someone had yanked. I said, oh. Well, I said, B will be back out there. Brazil, I bet you money it will, but she's going to do one of them far away stages. It's going to have to happen. But no, I think that was amazing to see that giant crowd, the full bit of it. All that was amazing to see. Bob was out there. It was good work. I thought that was cool. All that good stuff here. I like a little bit of the Drag Race drama. Even the straight Maddie Morphosis has gotten into it and dragged a couple of the girls. It's been fun. Get into it a little bit. Don't take it too seriously. Please don't. We love y'all.
What started the beef? I'm kind of like not all the way educated on it. So what started the issue?
Just people having opinions, like how we be talking about folks. But that would be like Plain Jane releasing a diss record towards Dooley because Dooley had been talking about her.
Oh, just real light.
It's like you've been saying some shit. Okay, bitch, let me talk about you real quick. Like, bow. Like, that's where that came from. You know what I mean? And then, almost like when it comes to beef, Amanda's beef with Jane. Like, bitch, you keep talking about me. You keep dragging me. What's your tea, sister? I can't like you no more. I can't even celebrate you in other senses. Like, fuck off. But when does it become a hate crime when Maddie says something?
Violent.
Oh, my goodness. I don't know. When they insert themselves into Black people's business.
Have to let that breathe.
Because y'all have accepted. We remember allyship. Y'all bring them in those spaces here, but just like that one DJ that was trying to get that black woman fired because she said, "Mind your business."
That. Yeah, and the reason she wanted you to mind your business is what you enacted on. Crazy.
Because he was even like, he can't even speak on it in reference to what it's being like it's for the culture. What are you talking about? Like, you don't know what's going on. Like, you do not understand this full context, like all of this.
And that's not a slight to you if you don't get it. That's the part y'all need to understand. If it's not including you, that's why, like, I feel like certain people think that they should be in everything, because the moment something doesn't involve you, you feel slighted. If Chinese people start fighting over here and I'm not involved in it, it's not gonna hurt my feelings. It's none of my business. But that's something Chinese people.
Check this out, Gabby. Like, I love the reverse racism card they try to play when they've literally been profiting off of black people for the longest.
Right. Why don't you show some respect to the people you profit off of?
When you tag Princeton, this woman's job, and you're trying to get her fired over an opinion like that really wasn't as lace as you think it was, to where black people can't be racist. Racism was created by white people.
Right. It's a systematic. You can be a bigot all day. You can be prejudiced all day.
But
it don't move mountains.
You can't say that. Right. I'm so sorry, not really, but that's the truth of it.
So, I can hate you all day. It ain't gonna do nothing. Sorry.
Anywho, it's just really weird because I'm like, okay, mind your business, but also if you want to talk about it, yeah, but her having her opinion, you coming after this black woman, very weird, very strange behavior.
You proved her point.
I don't know. Fandoms are getting on my nerves. I didn't realize that Drake had Swifties and Barbs.
Yes,
I didn't realize that. And I'm talking about like real soft hand people. I'm like, okay, this is a lot. Like,
no, they're like on TikTok, they're having a mental breakdown, and they're like, I can't pop ass to this. It's not a good song. Maybe that's not how that works. That's how TikTok works. Because there is a 15-second clip that you can do a little hip swivel to. That doesn't make it a bad song. And I need to tell you about Beethoven. Can't pop nothing of that. Still good music.
It's classic.
You can pop to Beethoven.
You can if you want to.
But rap has really been run by young white men between the ages of 12 and 24 since maybe like 2014 or 15.
Julie just reminded me of something. Go on, Julie. Go on.
Like, y'all be talking about streams and views, and the girls out here buying streams and views through teenage angst and outrage. Like, we've been new girls. So, like, that's why Drake's clapbacks sound like a 16-year-old girl, because that's who he's trying to appeal to for several reasons.
It's so funny you brought up that, Julie, because I remember Jack Harlow saying he would rank himself as the number 2 best white rapper of all time. And I thought to myself,
who?
Whatever Jack Harlow, whatever that man's name is.
Jack Harlow.
You wouldn't even be on the top 100 of just an actual list, and you have clocked yourself in at number 2 under Spaghetti and Meatballs Eminem. Okay.
Eminem.
Jack Harlow. If Jack Harlow is number 2, then Dr. Seuss is number 1. Boom. Just because you can make
it. What's his name? Snow Informer. I would put him way before.
First of all, I'm like, are you saying living? Because, like, I know somebody who is not with us right now that would eat you alive. And I'm going to say Mac Miller, in my opinion, would still be.
What are you doing alive? Absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
Like, if we're going to just do this today, you know.
Baby, Cosmo and Wanda will be eating you up. How you coming after?
Green juice, guava juice, giant snake, large fried chocolate.
Like, I didn't move when it was I'm vanilla, baby. I didn't move. I was like, not B.
Curly, he grew a beard and lost his goddamn mind. Like, him and Chet Hanks are both out here just talking out the side of his
He just
head.
looks like a cleaned up version of Post Malone, in my opinion. Like
Woody's
Post
son.
Malone with soap. Like that's all he give me. Like no shade.
He's Post Malone after Marie Kondo just showed up to like.
Oh, I'm glad we're talking about rap.
Doing country karaoke right now.
I am so glad we're talking about rap because you see how people are dragging Lil Nas X for that recent video he's done, and it had a white love interest, and it was this whole debacle. Like, okay, girl, so you like not showcase against this, that, and the other.
I'm trying to be patient as a gay elder.
Not an elder.
I've gotten to live my 30s, so I guess technically, I'm trying to be patient with my young niece because like as a young, fresh gay person off the block, like you still exploring and trying to figure yourself out. A lot of young gays have, that bout of whiteness at first because that's all that's advertised to you, and you haven't really figured out, the highways and the byways and how things work. Semicolon, however, comma. I think sometimes in his effort to like troll and to get a response, we sometimes lose the plot, and I feel like this is one of the situations where. We have lost the joke, we have lost the plot, and now it's just cringe.
Maddie, how much time do we have? I know you're trying to get off of here.
We got 20 minutes.
14
okay,
minutes.
Can we ask about, because I'm from the outside looking in, and I don't want to overstep, so I want to ask about the whole, like, when you get big in Hollywood, the Caucasian love interest when it comes to the LGBT plus community. Like, why does it happen? Is because like you already cut it in half or cut it into like a little.
I don't know if we're ready for that conversation, only because it gets deep.
It gets deep. Yeah, I understand that, and I don't want to overstep, so I want to understand more. See how that works, people? You ask before you talk. I want to understand because I do notice it does happen, especially with the Drag Race girls dating the Caucasian men, which I'm dating one, but that's a nurture, not a nature thing, and I understand. And not the damn disclaimer. I went to a white Christian school, so it was a nurture, not nature. I dated all colors. But why does that?
That was Gabby's black best friend card right there, everybody.
Right. I went to school. My cousin.
I went to school with the white. It's okay. I could have critical opinions. I see them in nature.
No, it's just like my parents never told me to stay with one. They don't give a damn. My dad was a adopted biracial child who was born in 1967, and being a mixed couple wasn't legal till 1968. So you can understand why he was put up for adoption. So yeah. Okay. Yes. So I was surrounded by a lot of that. So it's different for me. So when you come here, see him come through the door in a minute, you'll understand why. But in Hollywood, I have noticed, and I don't know if it's because when you're a successful Black man, especially, it's rare to find somebody who is your equal in Hollywood that is of the same color, but it's really chopped down to a portion when you add in sexuality. Because I understand the issue with Black men and straight universe. Y'all, those are the women waiting at the finish line because they don't give a damn about the women who got you there. So that's a different thing. When it comes to men with successful men, I've noticed.
Well, here's the thing. I would say that not in all cases with biracial relationships is it a issue, concern, or a thing that is brought on by something that could be questionable. It is love, because that's two people finding each other and seeing where they, can be. That is absolutely true. And I believe that, right? I also believe and have seen and have heard of said relationships being developed because of finances and believing that people's generational wealth or those who come from a certain said whatever are going to basically carry them, or it's not going to be issues later on down the line. So there is going to be some financial stability there, because with a lot of Black people, there is no generational wealth because of, history. We can go down that line too. There's also stigma that falls into this and I have heard these conversations before, so I'm speaking from experience here, where some Black people or other people don't want to talk to other Black people because they feel like they have a higher chance of catching HIV.
I didn't think of that.
That's been a conversation before, and that stigma and the stereotype that happens, and that is something that goes there. And that is, again, conversations I have heard before, I have seen before, talked to, know people in biracial relationships speaking of that. So I'm not just talking out the ass here. I'm giving y'all facts. Again, there's love, and there's people that focus their love through certain preferences that are followed by stigmas, this, that, and the other, or fetishes that come from other things. Because I know other folks want a certain this to look a certain way, or this, that to do the other, and they get in relationships that way too. And it can also be some things to do with kink and goes on those sort of level. But it's a lot. It's all different takes to it. That's why I never go, oh, they're together because of that A, B, C, D, and E. I look at actions, and then that's when I can understand. Because if I see your man out there trash panning, I know something's up. If he don't get or even have an idea of the understanding of you being a Black man or a person of color in America or wherever you're at, and how everything's work wherever they're at, and they're bringing in all these other things, because I know a person who dates white dudes that says racist things, and he's like, he's just kidding. It is weird, strange, and I know that, and that's why people were mad at Bob when they were making jokes about playfulness in the bedroom, about race play, like that like
Gerard Carmichael type ish.
Because it's like, what message are you sending to people when you're in that light, when that's the case? But that's not everybody. Some people are playing this, that, and the other, so it's complicated. But that is where I'm at with that one. I'm like, it can be A and it can be B. I'm a Libra. I'm not. Yeah, it's right there.
I'm an Aquarius. We're air over here.
So yeah,
and he's a Libra. So
I mean,
from Louisiana. So it'll make.
I don't know, Julie. You wanted to add anything to that, since you literally are in the Black megasphere of opinion?
I was going to say, hi, I'm Jay Dooley, the artist formerly known as Dr. Dooley, whose research topic was racial identity development and sexual identity development, which I studied for a master's and several PhD years. And I think it's probably best for me to not speak on this topic. It's too close. It's too hot. It's too hot. It's too close. And if y'all really want to see the Tupac of the panel ask me about this topic, I have very strong opinions.
I'm down. That's on Matt. We on Maddie's channel. We're on Maddie's channel
about this topic.
Well, Dooley is basically saying that what I had said was in line with where he was going, but it can go much
Matt
deeper.
did a very good job of kindly putting that. I would have taken a different route, but that is the core essence of where I would have ended up.
Look, this is Maddie's channel, but I would be here for it.
I gave a
family studies, master's of couples and family therapy, master's of sociology, PhD. So I was ready, and I was like, let me back up for.
That's why I was like, I got it, Julie. Don't worry about it. I'm just gonna do the light way of answering this one.
That's fine.
Let's do surface level.
I was going to start taking you through identity development. I think, girl.
Dermis. Go from epidermis to dermis to subcutaneous layer. Yes, we can do that.
Talk about multiple minority theory. No.
Now, can we? Shit, this is his channel. Sorry.
Gabby, I would say when I was in college and I did African American studies, mind you, that was my minor. Okay, so I took multiple classes on it. It's a journey, baby. It's deep.
I'm just saying, there's some stuff as a woman.
Leave you with the postulation that not all people choose to engage in relationships for the same reasons.
Okay.
I have seen and sat with and counseled a variety of people. There have been folks that have been in interracial relationships that were very successful and very healthy, and they had their own vibe, and you can tell that it was warm in love. And there are some times when it was like, y'all both have some unlearning that y'all need to this is clearly a reaction to some trauma or
y'all
some
are both getting something off. Okay.
And I Radical McGee here.
I don't tolerate that.
I think that there can be and are frequently situations where just out of pure desire people latch onto each other and may not fully digest the reasons why.
Not healed people coming together,
and not holding each other
but Gabby,
to
claiming
enmeshment.
They're claiming they're healed because they have fit those holes, but those holes aren't actually filled. They're still holes.
Gaping.
So it's like two cookies over each other.
But that's the point, though. Like, anybody that's been on a mental health journey will tell you that, like, there's no such thing as being healed. Like, the issues, the trauma, the things that have harmed us,
always working on it.
You change the way that you think about them. They take up less space in your life, but to a greater extent, like, you're always managing that one way or another. It doesn't hurt as much, or it doesn't hurt as frequently, but it's still there. And so you learn to come up with
coping
tactics
mechanisms
and strategies to minimize how those wounds impact you. Like, that's the goal. So, like, if point blank period, like, I would never give somebody side eye for being in an interracial relationship. My questions are always pertaining to why and what are the circumstances.
Right.
And so when you be coming out the side of your neck talking about when I was in 7th grade, the black girl made fun of me. That's when I'm giving you side eye.
Because when you were in 6th grade,
but also
you mean Ocho Cinco, the fucking.
But
what's the other one? OTTO.
To be fair, and to Julie's point, it's not that we are initiating with the why immediately. It happens via actions that come out where then we go, we have to dive into who you're with and what you're doing here, because this all seems very strange. Like, no one's
looking for a BBC in the who's and the what's and the how. Like, that's when you start getting into tokenism and fetishism, and I think that's harmful.
Right.
Actually, I gotta finish the book so I can start working on other things. But, like, I've been really thinking about the consequences of OnlyFans. So, like, go shoot your shot, go get your thing, make your. I think that's a-okay. Semicolon, however, comma. What I am noticing is that to be competitive, because that's hard work. Like, you gotta grind. And I feel like people are escalating in ways that can be potentially harmful. And it's my observation that people that consume that kind of content over a long period of time and or very frequently,
it damages your brain.
It changed the way your circuitry working. So now you 18 getting down between a dumpster because you saw it from your
brain ain't done developing.
Yeah, like we are. I think I'm being nerdy again. Sociologically, we are now seeing the consequences or the outcomes for all of these things that we've kind of experimented with over the last
podcast.
And I mean, this is the political environment. This is how we make our money. This is work culture. This is housing. This is healthcare. Like, you can apply this anywhere, but like, before it was like, oh, this shit's new. We're still kind of figuring it out. And like, as folks of color, as marginalized populations, we could tell you what it was because it was impacting us. But now these things have been happening. You got 20, 30, 40, 50 years of research and data and people with experiences to connect the conversations. This is why Matt and I were talking about our frustrations on Thursday. It's like, bro, like, people have been screaming and hollering about the same. We got everybody from Harriet Tubman to James Baldwin to us all talking about the same things, and so it's frustrating to be a 36-year-old grown-ass man and to be still hollering about the same stuff that my mama hollered about, that my grandmama hollered about, that my great-granny hollered about, who I all know. Like, James Baldwin said that in a more eloquent way, but I think that really encapsulates what's happening. We know that the things that we're doing are not working, and we're being hard-headed as opposed to having a conversation about the ways that we can heal together. And
we're going backwards. And that's the thing. It's this going backwards, like Dooley is saying, where we're coming from a generation. That's why when people talk about millennials, sometimes I'm like, y'all don't understand. We figured that we would be in a better place right now to handle things, but in reality, that's not what's happening. And then we just realize, oh, this is always going to be like that. So that's why we figured out quicker, low key. No shade. So now that y'all are coming into it, you're seeing we get it, but we're also like, how are we going to handle this? Do we
it's
even?
a scam. It feels like a scam because you
we've
looked
been
at all
lied
of us
to.
dead in our face and told us, go get your education, become
Bull.
learned about these topics so that you don't got to be the trash man or be at McDonald's. That's literally what a teacher told me.
Now the trash man is a good job to have.
Right.
Now.
So it feels weird to once again to be a grown-ass man and to have the credentials and the experience and the observations. Then you look me dead in my face and tell me that I'm fake news when y'all told me to go get these degrees in the first place.
Right. And I'm not stupid. I remember you telling me
that's crazy to me.
I saw
It's so hard explaining to our parents, like, hey, school isn't always the end all be all, because I know people that are about to be on the street right now, got degrees and whatnot.
Can I make another interjection? I also, so since we dragging everybody else, I'm gonna drag black people too, because y'all, I got some comments for y'all too. We also don't talk about the ways in which we treat our friends, our family, our relatives that do get their education. I remember when I started my first master's degree, and my family got more so extended family, but I got a lot of side eye. Oh, who you think you better than us? Oh, you think you different because you gotta.
No, but you do because you're projecting on me.
I mean,
but you do because you're projecting.
But it's really
projection.
It's really interesting to hear that when opposite on my side of the family, when you don't get your education and the amount of pressure that then gets put on you because you are Black and an American and you're trying to make it and you don't have your degree, because that's just another hurdle for you that they're going to put against you. So like hearing that's crazy. Because with my family, when I left college, because college wasn't for me, I'm just going to say that right now. I was there for my 2 years. Oh my God, couldn't do it. Too much. I was like, I like to get dropped off and go home. This doesn't feel like that. It feels like I'm here and I'm always here.
You are planted.
And I don't like that. And that's not for me. I like to just work and do my own sort of thing. And I also still couldn't figure out my own journey. But when I came back home, no. Certain aunts dragging me with like, oh, he must not be educated. I'm gonna find ways to get him. Bitch, I can read. Let's not do this today. That's why that one aunt not talking to me. Yeah, you. But like, she know we're both Libras. We don't vibe like that. Now I get along with a lot of that with her. Oh no, because we both got mouth. So it's like this ain't gonna work. It's not. We both think we're bad. So there you go. But like, it's really, listen. We talk about the Black community and dragging it over things. We can talk about how we don't hold our own folks accountable in certain situations, especially when it comes to things that family members do, where you are claiming that because someone's sexuality is this and the other, it's that when it's that one uncle or that one aunt that's been doing
that's always weird.
And you feel you got to protect
Uncle Johnny
them.
Then brought a roommate to Thanksgiving the last 5 years and a new roommate every year. Uncle Chris and cousin whomever then been all up and through Attica, Rikers, and in between.
But like,
y'all looking at me sideways. Been living with her friend for 30 years. Yeah, I've heard of aunties living with their friend.
But even mental health journey also in the Black community, especially with Black men, and how incredibly important it is to be vocal about it because of the stigma behind us showing weakness with mental health, when like a lot of folks are suffering from being bipolar, ADHD, this, that, and the other, and they don't know what's going on because of pride. Like, I'll tell you what, like, bitch, I had to set some pride. Why do you think I have a therapist now? That was me setting my pride aside.
Oh no, being in the South, their mind bad. We just leave it at their mind is bad and the devil got them.
It's demons and the devil. That part
the
right
devil
there.
And their mind is bad.
The devil is busy.
We praying for him.
Yeah. Okay. Belchan, I know you were talking about this. We were on a whole nother topic, so it didn't relate, but I was going to give you a shout out. Came after Dark Child. Niece was crazy. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you, baby. And thank y'all for tuning in today. I know it's a little bit of a different kind of show. We're going to get back to the super gay stuff too, but like, this are just opinions, facts, and feelings. We were in the rap beef and we're also relating it into other things that are happening right now. I mean, look at what's happening with the rap beef.
Right.
Mental health in the art community, in the Black community. You see literally people online losing their shit over this.
Right. Like, you would think that they were related. You would think it would affect their everyday life.
I mean, but that's stan culture in general, mental health problems.
Right. Mental health, what's it called? What is that? Parasocial relationships.
Parasocial relationships. Yes. Right. Most of us right now in this space have a parasocial relationship.
Relationship is chronically online. So you think
this is a parasocial relationship we're having on Sundays right now. I mean, it's
Right.
a positive one. Well,
right.
for most of you, some of y'all be up in here
Some of y'all are
haters, but
some
you know, yeah, we talk about you.
Right. Don't invest in this more than stocks.
Do you have a Robinhood account? Okay, listen.
I did.
I did too. I did too. I don't even know why. Oh, I got one day because it was the GameStop. It was the GameStop thing. That's what happened.
I wish I would have went hard on that. I wish.
No,
I wish. In hindsight, I should have done it. In hindsight, I should. I used to work there. I worked for GameStop for quite some time.
They never.
I went to as a teenager. If you're a millennial, working at GameStop was the goal. Everybody wanted to work.
They never hired me.
I got to play video games.
They never
I worked
hired
for GameStop from 2004 until 2006.
I hated it. I was so mad. I wanted to work for them so bad. I was ready for my discount and everything. I was going to wear them low, bitch. Okay. They would not. I was not nerdy enough. Like this guy to tell me, he said, you don't have, like, your knowledge is on console. We need PC people too. I'm like, you don't sell nothing PC in here.
You don't sell nothing PC.
Nothing
you don't even sell a mouse.
Here. Like, you give me what, a cooling fan for a laptop, motherfucker? That's Pokemon Etch. Get out of here. But yeah.
I went to their. One time they hosted a local DDR tournament.
Oh my god! Did you hold the thing and dance, or did you just
bar is mandatory? Yes.
I would have sold so much Nintendo products. I would have been good to go. I was ready, children. Y'all don't know.
I'm a Sony girl. So
I was also ready to smell people coming in there because I knew I was gonna smell
hot ham.
There are a few people that walk in who have perpetual sweat.
Right.
I consider it a mutant power where you walk and you always look glazed from toe to top of your head.
Right, and you ain't even danced yet. You ain't even got on the machine yet, and you already sticky. I'm like, what the hell?
The moment you move, the moment you take a step or you turn in a different direction, there is an odor that whiffs in the air, and you think that you held your arms together. Oh no, young child.
Miracle Whip.
No, we can smell you, and I hope you make it home. I hope
in a car.
I hope you make it.
If you cosplay in the South, baby, I can't even tell you.
I just want them to get rid of carpet in most stores. It's time. It smells. It gets moldy and it's gross. CVS, I'm looking at you. That's why I don't go in CVS no more. Y'all, it smells like ass every time I go in there, or like, you know, like a misfortunate elbow. Like, it's just gross. Like, I don't like it. It's disgusting.
Belly button.
Anywho, y'all, we're at that mark. We're at that time. We've hit the 2 hours, and we filled it with beef. Aubrey BL and Kendrick Lamar Odom, Chloe's baby father, OJ's daughter, got into it, and I think Kendricka is winning. JT and Suki got talked about for maybe the third time on my channel in the history of my channel today. And then we also talked about being Black in America, as well as questions that were being asked by Gabby that were kind of importante. Oh, these are all just our opinions, and this show is for entertainment purposes only, so don't get it twisted or confused. We had almost 400 people in this piece, so I appreciate y'all for tuning in today. We want to thank you so much for the super chats, as well as the tippy poos that came into the jars over here. Shout out to Crash. I did not say thank you for this, but I should, because I thank you for the tippy poo on Cash App. I appreciate you. Dooley, social medias, please.
If you have a linebacker booty, if you are
uncut,
uncirc, if you really enjoy around the square root of 8 something, you please find me at linktree.com/Dooley__noted. I have a friend named Albert that would love to holler at you.
Oh my God!
Who's Albert?
No,
we'll talk about it after this. We'll talk.
I like long walks on the beach. I like fried chicken.
And
I really enjoy a nice kombucha these days, and
like pee.
That's what that Albert smells like. All right. Metal and P. All right, listen.
We've been friends since about 2016, and it's time to make some new friends. So please, linktree.com/Dooley__noted.
Oh, Sally Hallie, thank you for the tippy on Cash App. I wish it had something to do with Dooley being vulgar, but it's okay. I'll send video of Mayo something. Thank you so much.
It's always so random. We go from talking about theory to OV.
I can't talk. I literally have merch that says Matt Tivia, and it's literally probiotics. like, come on. There's a woman in this room. It's Gabby. Can you give us your social medias, please? And
Gabby with an I on most platforms. You can find me on Twitter from Gara Side Ninja on Twitter.com. I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you for being patient. I'm an Aquarius, so I like to topic jump. Dooley wants to be pounded. Find me on TikTok. Look, you can find me on TikTok. I would give you a ride,
but not only are you too short, you know, that whole obsession with beans and toast really just turns me off. So, like,
Gabby, finish, please.
You bottom it. That's none of my business. Okay. I don't know if Dooley's a bottom, but you can find me on
not a bottom.
I don't know. That's your business. That's your business, and I respect.
That's not my business. That's her business.
See, not her. God. That's none of my. Whatever Dooley does, I support it, and I love him. God. You can find me Gabby with an I on most platforms. You can find me as Gara Side Ninja on Twitter. Please find me on TikTok before they shut it down. I'm at past 50K. I might end up having to do YouTube Reels like everyone else. Please find me on there. We talk, we get down, and we're less respectful because I'm on Maddie's channel. I don't want to get down on here. So yes, thank you for having me on. This was fun. I'm sorry we got off topic. I'm an Aquarius. I'm an air sign, and we liked it. Thank you so much.
Comment. Where is that comment?
Which one?
This one that just got.
And thanks for the cash apps because I'm moving and
I almost screamed. Where is it, please?
Please find it for me, please.
Oh, Janae, aren't you scared of it again?
Where?
That's not how it works, honey.
And then I'm thinking of the sweetest thing. Oh my God, I can't.
Y'all spitting on it. Getting stuck. What's that?
Oh my God.
I mean, unlike Drake, it is not kid tested, but it is definitely father approved.
All right, you know what? Maddie, wrap it up. Maddie.
So, just to be clear, for all the gays in the room, bisexuals and pan girls, and those who don't subscribe in between, the only bottom on the male side, not including Gabby and her vagina right now, okay? They're not including this conversation, okay? It's about penis and butt, right? Is that everyone's a top, Jamar included. I am the only bottom on this panel, and I know that's a disappointment to some of you.
I didn't know.
That's right. Jamar plows and dows, okay? That's what he does. Slams and dams them. That's what he does, okay? That is the reason why I'm the peach, okay? Because I like Biden clapped. All right. That's fruit I was talking about. Thank you.
I'm in the Bowser cart.
And I'm going bingo. Bye-bye. All right.
I'll talk. What are we doing?
There you go. All right. That's it. Nothing else to say. Quickly end this, Maddie. Quickly.
Listen.
Yeah.